Shalom, I'm the Mad Trucker, and this is live. Late, but I'm here. So if you subscribe to my channel when you come into the live, you would kindly share it with people. It's not required, but if you would share it with others so they can come and contribute to the live, I greatly appreciate it. I usually go live from time to time, and usually when I go on, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But due to mediating circumstances, I've had to put this on hold. And I'm doing this live to let people know I'm going to be putting this whole live thing on hold until people request it. You don't request the Mad Trucker to go live because you have an issue with his content. I'm going to continue to be sporadic with these lives. And that's the thing about YouTube. You're free to do what you want. I don't do YouTube for monetary value. I don't get paid from YouTube. Likes are appreciated, but never required. They're greatly appreciated, but not required. Shares are greatly appreciated, but not required. Follows are greatly appreciated, but not required. The only thing that's required to participate in this live is for you to go to my channel and read my channel description. And if it is something that you're interested in, you can come back into the room, greet everybody in the comment section first in a peaceful manner according to your culture, customs, and ways. And you can proceed to ask your question, make your comment, make your statement, or get whatever's on your chest off. I'm the Mad Trucker. Thanks for joining. And I'm going to let you all know this is an open topic for today. For those that wish to participate, I know I'm shadow banned because a lot of things that I talk about bring people out of their comfort zone. And they like to report people for trying to wake people up to the truth, not their truth, but the truth. Because there's only one truth, there's only one way, there's only one life. And they didn't kill him. They tried to with 3 nails, a crown of thorns, a whip, a spear, and a crown of thorns. It didn't work. And that's what I'm rolling with for 2024. Yeah, Christ 2024. Not Kamala, not Donald, Christ. And I'm not telling people not to vote. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just laying it out for people to play it out. Because it seems like people's brains are smooth. Because who you vote for is your business. It's my position that if you do vote in this election, stand by your work. Because the candidate that you select represents you. That being said, politics, this democracy, this pseudo-democracy, because it ain't been democratic to everybody, is at a pivotal point in this nation. Because right now, they're going to the polls to decide whether they want to speed up this dictatorship under a Republican treasonous regime, or if they're going to go with a woman who doesn't know who she is. Because one minute she's Indian red dot, next minute she's Indian with the feather. So that's what it is. Then make your decision. But whatever you decide, stand by your work. If you got a dog in the fight, if you're putting your money on the table, stand by your work. Stop greasing these politicians and putting them up on pedestals like they're Elohim, like they're gods, because that's what people are doing. Talk about people that be running politics like they can do no wrong. And Muhammad Matur, salam alaikum, assalamu alaikum, man. Thank you for joining the live. And that guy, you might have missed the instructions for the live. If you would like to participate in the comment section, you're more than welcome. The live is welcome to everybody, regardless of your sexual orientation, your religion, your shade of skin, or your culture. The only thing you have to do first is greet everybody in the comment section in a peaceful fashion according to your culture, customs, and ways. And you can type whatever it is that's on your chest, your comment, your question, whatever concerns you might have. And I do appreciate you joining, but that's how this is going to work. And thank you for joining, Muhammad. It's an open topic. I just feel like it's appropriate that we talk about what's going on in America right now with this election and how people aren't racist, but they vote for them. And that guy is your last chance. Thank you for stopping by. And you have the day you deserve, okay? Try again tomorrow, because my live isn't for smooth brains. And that's not a shot. But if you don't understand simple instructions, then you have a smooth brain. And your evidence that the educational system has failed you. Okay? How you doing, KK? Thank you for joining the live. You see how that works? Now, me and KK might agree, we might not agree, but at least the first thing that person did was come in with a peaceful greeting. Now, if you would, just follow the format. That's the format. And likes are appreciated, but they ain't required. Matter of fact, likes are greatly appreciated, but not required. Follows are appreciated, but not required. Shares are greatly appreciated, but not required. The only thing that's required is that you read my channel description. Read my channel description first before you type anything in the comment section. Read it first. If you're in the live right now, you want to participate in the comment section, and you would like me to address you, just greet everybody in a peaceful fashion. And read my channel description, because if my channel isn't something that you're interested in, or if it's something that rubs you the wrong way, nobody's making anybody watch. But I do these things out of love. Out of love. In Muhammad, in the Quran, they call him Isa, peace be upon him. In the Bible, they call him, it depends on how far you go back. They call him Yeshua, or the one they now call Jesus, but it's the same. And we have to start living by a higher standard as humanity as a whole. And thank you and welcome back, KK. And if there's anything that you want to add, or if there's anything that you want to share, or if there's any of my comment that any of my content that rubbed you the wrong way, or if it rubs you the wrong way, just type it in the comments. Just type it in the comment section for that video. Because this live is not for arguments. This live is not for debates. This live is not for wars. This live is specifically for conversations, because that's the one thing that the powers that be that are running the world, not just America, they're running the world, don't want the people that they blood suck to do. And they blood suck over all of us, regardless of your sexual orientation, your color, or where you live in this country. Matter of fact, or on the planet. So let's have a conversation. And before you crack open your Webster's, because I'm a stickler for definitions and etymology. Never mind Webster's definition of a conversation. The definition of a conversation, for all practical intents and purposes, the working definition of a conversation is truthful, honest questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems. And the reason why I use that definition, because it's a definition that was coined by one Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., who published a very informative book that helped me deal with a lot of things that I went through in the South growing up as a victim of something that they say doesn't exist, but it exists. And that's the definition. And I'm all open for conversation, because see, in a conversation, all parties involved in the conversation are winners, whether you agree or disagree. Because whether you agree or disagree, if we have a conversation, all parties are winners, because we'll have a better understanding of one another. In the words of Tupac, you ain't got to bump this, but please respect it. Everybody demands respect. Nobody wants to give respect, but hey, respect is not demanded. Respect is earned. You have to earn respect. You have to do something that is respectable to be respected. Well, don't do that. But I appreciate you joining, KK. That's no cap. And I appreciate everybody for joining. And it doesn't matter if me and you are just in the room or if other people come in. That's the format for the live. And I usually do lives 1400 hours Central Standard Time to have conversations about these things, to have conversations. And I'm not telling people to vote, but up until this election, because like I said, this election is pivotal. They working in a dictatorship with Project 2025. Most people support it and they've never read it. And that's the problem with this country. They've dumbed us down. Well, sweet dreams, KK. Thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate you joining. Hopefully you catch some of my content, and hopefully you catch me the next time I go live. It was a pleasure making your acquaintance. The thing is, we have to learn to come out of well-dressed lies. We have to learn to come out of a system that has manipulated everybody into an artificial community, an artificial society, where it is what it is. It is what it is because we say so, and that's the only answer you're gonna get, because we say so. There doesn't have to be any logic to it, because we say so. Donald Trump has made Richard Thompson, if you would go to my I'm not kicking you out of live, Richard, but if you would go to my channel, read my channel description first, and then you can participate in the comment section. And this is the only time I'm going to address you. I'm not attacking you, but if it's something that you're not interested in, it's cool. It don't cost nobody nothing to listen, and nobody's making anybody listen. Now, are they? And I do appreciate you. And OFG, that's your sentiment. Thank you for the evidence, because the educational system has failed you. Your church has failed you. Richard, if you cannot do unto others if you have them as you have them do unto you, and the only thing you have to type in the comment section is OFG, nobody forced your hand to watch me. And it exposes what you really believe. And I suggest, like I said at the beginning of this live, to develop a higher standard, that higher standard being the scripture. Whether you get out of a Bible, a Torah, or Quran, develop a higher standard. Develop a higher standard. The majority of people in this country, they despise truth. That's why you typed OFG. And I want to thank you for that evidence. And I'm not putting you out. If it's something you're not interested in, you can scroll on. If you just type that because you're trolling on YouTube and that well-dressed lie don't feel comfortable no more, I'm the reason why. Because I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm not gonna lie about either candidate, because I ain't got a dog in that fight. But if you do, vote for who you're going to vote for and stand by your work. And if you're voting for Donald Trump, stand by your work. I don't care what color you are. If you vote for Donald Trump, you're supporting racism and a dictatorship. And you hate democracy because you want to have a over-emotional, hypersensitive, sociopathic, narcissistic maniac run this nation as a dictator who said, after this election, you'll never have to worry about voting again. And you hate America that much. You hate all the blood that was shed overseas, because I'm a veteran too. All those soldiers that died defending a constitution, not the country, a constitution that the average American has never read or know anything about. And the wicked flee where the righteous stand. So I don't never have more than 3-4 people in this live. And it strengthens my faith doing these lives. Because it's evidence. Evidence. Because it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Just like the Bible. The Bible ain't for everybody. Everybody is not a child of God in all capital letters. And that should be specific enough for anybody that knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I don't think I'm just picking on Donnie T, because, it's always been the lesser of two evils in this country every time we vote for a president, up until this coming election. This democracy, the lesser of two evils, right? You have to agree that if you have a brain cell, Kamala Harris is a whole lot better than Donald Trump. But she ain't better. She's a liar too. Yeah. She withheld evidence that would have exonerated a copper-colored man. Knowing that he was innocent, she wanted to keep him in jail. Kamala said that she's not going to do anything to specifically help black people, and turned around and passed the anti-Asian hate crime bill. When that circle of brothers that wear those pointy little dunce hats, they pull over their faces and cut holes in them with bed sheets. Yeah. Those people, they're voting the same way Donald Trump is voting. And what Kamala did was akin to what those people wearing those little dunce hats, they pull them over their face and cut holes in the eyes and put sheets on do. They lie. Kamala, oh, I'm not black, I'm Indian. Well, she switched that up real quick when she started running for the presidency now, didn't she? She went from red dot to feather. Red dot to feather. Feather. Yeah. And politicians have always made promises they never keep. And they never have the funds to put back into the people. Peace be unto you, man. Shalom, angelic discipline. Nice to see you, Aki. They don't think in this country anymore. We are taught to skirt accountability in this country. But there's one that sits up high and looks down low that's going to hold everybody accountable. And when his son returns, every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess. And either you're rolling with him or you're getting rolled over by him. And this election is pivotal. I don't want no dictatorship. I don't. You understand? But how can you, how can you, if you can't trust someone to tell you the truth, how can you trust them with anything? How can you trust that they have your best interest at heart? Does that make sense? If somebody shows you in every possible way that they can care less about your well-being, like America's done, copper-colored people, all people that don't bow down to this manifest destiny they've been, pumping ever since they landed here. Make it make sense. That's all I'm asking. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense. I really would like somebody to make it make sense. How can you vote for somebody who is openly racist, sexist, bigoted, and don't worship the same God that you serve? But this is the person you're going to put in the White House that represents you. And before you say, well, man, Trucker, you're not voting in the presidential. You told us you ain't voting in the presidential election. Yeah, you're right, I'm not. But what I eat don't make you, and vice versa. And what I do is what I do, and I accept accountability for that. You want to know why? Because if I don't vote, I have every reason to scrutinize the system because I choose not to participate in it. I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't have a dog in that race. You understand? Because the table's always tilted. And the reason why things have gone so south in this country ever since they come over here is because they always keep copper-colored people down, disenfranchised. And the ones that aren't copper-colored are scared of losing their card blanco. Speak out against it. We all have to be aware of evil men. Evil men mess up the world. But there's something far worse and far more sinister than evil men. And that is the indifference of good men or womb men. These women are women for Trump. You a woman for Trump. You want them to grab you by you know what. You got, is that Christian? Is that Muslim? Is that Jewish? It might be Talmudic. It might be Zionistic, but it's not. It don't come out the Torah. Don't come out the Bible. As a matter of fact, it's against those things. It's the exact opposite of those things. And you admire these people. You worship these politicians. And it ain't just politicians. These rap artists, these musicians, they're these movie stars. Stop worshiping these idols. Stop making people into idols. The Most High honors no persons. No person. Most High ain't don't honor me. Ain't gonna honor you. And people forget. Christ became a branch so that all can be grafted into Israel, right? But people don't think. Because if you can be grafted into the good tree, you can mess around while you're not following them instructions and graft yourself into the bad tree. You can graft yourself into Esau. Esau is not a color of skin. Esau is a spirit. That's contradictory to the Most High. That's what that is. I'm not pushing religion. I'm just saying, if that's what you subscribe to, then subscribe to it, regardless of your denomination. Christ didn't tell you to claim no denomination. The one you call Jesus didn't tell you to claim no denomination. In fact, the business, the one you call Jesus never said worship him. The one you call Jesus never said worship him. You're not going to find one passage, one book, one verse in the scripture where Christ said, worship me. You're not going to find one passage, one verse, one scripture in the Bible where Christ said, paint pictures of me that don't look like me and bow down and make statues of me that don't look like me and bow down and kiss these things and worship these things. That's right. The Messiah didn't vote. In fact, the business, the Messiah, the Mashiach, spoke out against the whole system. He was a radical. He is. I ain't gonna say was. Y'all forgive me. The Mashiach is a radical. And if you're rolling with him, you got to be radical too. And if you're radical and you're speaking truth to power, folks ain't gonna like you. In fact, the business, folks will take your life, but the Mashiach put a guarantee in there. He said, those that save their life shall surely lose it. But those who lose their life for my name's sake, for my Shem, my authority's sake, shall surely save it. That's what the Mashiach said. And he also said, if people are offended of his sayings, then you are not worthy of him. And every time someone opens up their mouth to say that Christ did away with the law, that lets me know they're ashamed of what he said, because he didn't say that. They're lying. It's a lie from the pits of hell. Christ himself said, think not that I come to destroy the law of the prophets, but to fulfill not one jot or tittle from the law shall pass until all be fulfilled. And we still waiting on the fulfillment of him to come back, right? If you subscribe to a hygienicos doctrine, a clean doctrine, a sound doctrine, it's a rock. That law is a rock. But instead of rolling with it, people want to bust their head open with it by diverting, gaslighting, straight up making it up as they go along. And that's always been a problem in this country. You know, them same people that was holding up signs, talking about copper-colored people when they opened up a Mississippi State for copper-colored people. You know, those palm-colored people with those signs and stuff. You think they weren't teaching their kids that hate at home? If you do, flush out your headgear, because nowadays, that's the battle cry. Oh, it's heritage and not hate. Well, heritage refers to something that you inherit. And if you inherited from somebody, how did the person you inherited it from got it? That's just like if your dad robbed a bank and died, and you get the inherited money. It's stolen money. Stolen money. I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not judging anybody. The law judges. You know if somebody's in the law, if they're not in the law. You know if somebody's trying to walk in the law and if they're not. Because people can only wear masks for so long until the mask comes off. You say, oh wait, I missed that. Angelic Aki said, truth. A self-aware person who is disenfranchised holds the right to not vote for or contribute to corporations or entities that don't honor self according to the will of Amen, Angelic. Bars. Like Pastor say, them bars. You said Pilate or Caesar. Well, the picture that they got hanging up of that the Caucasian with the long hair on the crosses that they calling Jesus, that's Caesar. Pilate is the one that issued the sentence and washed his hands because he said, "I see no fault in this man." Pilate is the one that wrote the 3 inscriptions on his cross. I know you know that, but that's for the room for those that wanted to know. And I appreciate you asking the question, brother. I gotta let Anubis out. Anubis, come on, Anubis. Go for it, man. Go for it. Yeah, it's a cool night here in Mississippi. It was hot today. Went to the heart specialist today. And yeah, I'm still living. Doctor told me I'm still alive, so I'm cool. And regardless of what anybody says, I'm gonna be here till the Most High call me home. I'm gonna be here till the Most High call me home. Not man, but the Most High can call me home in any way, shape, or form the Most High see fit. And I'm cool with that. I don't have all the answers, but my entire life I've always seek those answers. I want to thank all y'all. Well, I want to thank both of y'all for joining me this evening. I want to thank the 4 people that liked the live. I want to thank everybody that came in and followed the directions. I want to thank everybody that gave me evidence that, yeah, racism still exists in America and people have smooth brains and the educational system has failed them and the church has failed them and they have no morals. Thank you for that evidence, Richard Thompson. I appreciate you joining the live, giving me that evidence. OFG. And you spelled it with a little g, and that's really appropriate because the word God is written 3 ways in your King James Bible. And the third spelling uses all lowercase letters, so there's no confusion on which God you was calling on in the comments section. He's the God of this world, the God you probably serve, because if you weren't serving him, you would have spoke to everybody in a peaceful fashion and you would have had something to contribute to the conversation that's either positive or constructive. And if you didn't agree, you could have, explained yourself, said what the problem was, but you had to call on Beelzebub, didn't you? Well, that's on you, buddy. That's not on me. That's on you. But I'm going to pray for you. I'm not going to intercede for you. But in the words of my Aunt Velma, who lived to be 106, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, she said, right after Katrina hit, I was driving through Gulfport in my truck, and there were no road signs. Everything was leveled. Waveland, Mississippi was leveled. Everything was leveled, and I have an aunt that lived in Gulfport. And when I stopped to see my old aunt, and I said, "Oh, Auntie, I'm so glad that storm didn't get you. I was in that truck praying for you. I was praying for Auntie so-and-so, Uncle so-and-so, and she just stopped. She said, boy, stop. I prayed for everybody." That's what she told me. I said, "Yeah, Auntie, I ain't finished telling you I was praying." "No, boy. I pray for everybody." And then I thought about what Yahshua said, how he taught us to pray. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. And then the light bulb went on. When she said she prayed for everybody, she prayed in the manner that Christ told us to pray for everybody, not just for people that look like you and go to your church or, subscribe to your belief system. I'm talking about everybody, man. That's why humanity's going down the toilet. That's why this country's going down the toilet. This country been in the toilet. From when they first came over here in them ships. And if there's any cap in what I'm saying, don't be mad at me. Just take it. Understand that's what happened. And then teach your children to do better so it don't repeat itself. Because what's going on in Israel with the Palestinians is a repeat of what happened right here in America between those settlers and those aboriginals that they mass exterminated on this land we now call the United States of America. Well, I'm at the 30-minute mark. I want to thank everybody for joining. The 3 people that are in the room. Angelic Discipline, man. I love you to life, and I appreciate love you, bro. Thank you for coming and moderate. And may the Most High bless and keep you. May His kindness be gracious unto you. May the Most High smile on you and give you shalom. Peace. I appreciate that, Angelic. And the little one is doing fine now. The little one's doing fine now. The little one, she's doing okay now. She scared us when we first brought her home. She had some complications and stuff, which is why I hadn't been going live. And, I appreciate you coming in as a moderator. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna raise my daughter to be a wife, not a baby mama or a thought. Like I'm raising my son to be a husband and not a baby daddy or a boyfriend. Come on, Nubis. Time to go. Yeah, Nubis is back. I'm at 30-minute mark, man. Thank you all for joining. Again, I'm the Mad Trucker. Shalom.